Suck, talk, suck, talk. Welcome to episode 8 of the Tuck Talk podcast. I go by the name of Delta Fashionista and here at Field of Magazine. I'm here alongside, and in the middle, Mr. Donovan Wilkins, aka Donnie of the Olive Talk podcast. Also, great columnist for Under the Radar, which basically gives you guys insights as far as new art that you should be checking out. Also, be on the lookout for the possibility of an Under the Radar Spotify podcast in the very near future.
Yep.
So, Donovan,
How you guys doing? Yes, working on the Spotify podcast. Gonna have that out very soon. But yeah, if you know me from Out of Bounds, then you know what I do here. Let's get into it.
and also, last but certainly not least, Mr. Got That Know Magic, Kenny Santos.
That's me. Hopefully my liver doesn't.
For the longest time, I've been trying to figure out how you pronounce that.
Got that know.
More. No, it's pretentious. But yeah, here I am. Hopefully my liver doesn't shut down from all the pre-workout I've got. But yeah, that's my biggest project right now.
So, Kenny, you try to get them summer gains, huh?
Oh yes, bro. Oh yes. I'm trying to get double D's on my chest. And like honestly, I'm doing so many squats that I'm pretty sure I'm thicker than like half the girls I've ever dated. Honestly, like maybe I just like I've dated a lot of flat women, or maybe I'm doing a lot of squats. I don't know what it is.
So, you've been mostly dating like Coy LaRace, basically. I'm not sure you know who that is, but Coy LaRace, she's like this up-and-coming hip-hop artist. She's known on TikTok, for his big pimp. I don't know how to say, but I'm not sure like you've seen it, like Big Purr. No,
I have no idea.
Donovan's like
No.
So I know not to ask you. But yeah, like we was off last week. We had a lot of things going on. So basically, this is our first episode back in 2 weeks. Hopefully, we're gonna be. Not most likely. We're gonna be more consistent with the schedule going forward. I just had like a lot of things going on. Some of the things I'm gonna touch on during the mental check-in, but I hope everybody is well. All of our previous subscribers that's been loyal to us since day one. Also, new viewers that's here for the first time. First of all, welcome. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, let's get straight into it. In regards to the mental check-in, which basically that's our tradition here on the Tuck Talk podcast. It's exclusive to this show, our flagship show, where we like to gauge, the mindset of our panel, because like the best ability is not so much like your availability, but I feel like the mental stability. Because without a clear mind, you really can't do too much. So let's present the choices for those of you who are new here. 1, I want to die. 2, my life is pointless. 3, nothing matters. 4, my life sucks right now. 5, it's whatever. 6, I'm content. 7, I'm grateful. 8, I'm in a good place. 9, I'm excited about life. And 10, life couldn't be better. So before I get into myself, whichever one y'all want to go first, Donnie or Kenny, like where you guys at right now on the scale of 1 to 10 this week?
Come on, Donovan. Surprise me. Pick an 8. Mix it up.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 9 for the sole purpose, but that's the first part. For the sole purpose of, I saw a TikTok with Avril Lavigne and Tony Hawk.
Oh shit!
It brought me back to my early 2000 years. But in real life,
that's something.
But in real life, I'm gonna have to say, whatever. It's not good. It's not bad. Right now, I'm in an in-between place. I'm in limbo.
Wait,
I was feeling good.
Did you just say you was a 9?
Yeah, but I said that was
how we go from a 9?
Shit. Avril Lavigne works magic.
So this is what I need you to do. I need you to go back on TikTok, watch that same TikTok over and over again, so you get back to 9.
Yeah, I mean 5 is like in between. It's not good. It's not bad. I'm just like whatever. I don't know. Today has been an up and down. I've been feeling like shit, but I've also felt happy. I don't know. I'm just in a roller coaster. But right now, I feel great about where I'm at career wise. I think that's why I feel so happy.
Okay, so career wise, you feel like an 8.
Yeah. Personal life. It's 5 or 6. I'm content.
Okay, but on TikTok, that got you feel like a 9.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably the best TikTok I've ever seen. Tony Hawk trying to teach Avril Lavigne how to skate. So
How does she not know by now?
I think she knew. She's like getting old. I'm pretty sure she's like 35 now. So she
Oh
probably
my god,
forgot.
Wow.
35 is old.
I think she's older than 35, but I don't think 35 is old either.
Bro, I thought you.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say that. Oh, she's like 45 or something like that. Like,
I mean,
like
she looks 16.
She's 36. For the
She's
record.
36. That's even worse. That's
Oh my god.
closer to 40.
How is that even worse? Oh, yo,
Got you.
The
I'm about to
way
have a-
I see
I'm
it
about
is,
I'm about to have a midlife crisis on this episode. Like,
I'm having a
Make it
quarter
flow.
crisis.
the way I see it, after 35, everything's downhill. I mean, after 25, everything's downhill.
Oh
But
my god. Really?
yeah, I just feel like 35 is like, all right, and then 40, you're just like, well, get me the fuck off this planet.
God damn. I just 74. I mean, no things get done.
all right. So in my case, I'm 30 years old. So what's your rate for somebody that's like 30 years old, about going on 31?
I mean, you know what you're going to do at 30, going on 31. Either you're in your career now, which you are, or you're one of the people who don't know what the fuck they're going to do, and you're just like, well, this is your life now. So
That's what he said.
I don't know if you believe LinkedIn success stories. Like
Never be a
people-
counselor, Donovan. Never be a counselor.
A lot of people find themselves at like 40, 45, and that's when they know what they want to do. Like they're
right.
with
I mean,
teachers and social workers and police officers.
I mean, shit, you got people graduating college at like 60 years old.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Again,
mean,
why
Morgan
watch
Freeman
it?
didn't get his first acting role until like late 50s, I believe. His
Is that
first
true?
major actor.
Brendan Fraser?
I always thought that
Morgan
was a myth.
Freeman.
Oh, Freeman.
I always thought
No,
that was
his
a myth.
first major acting role, I believe.
Yeah, man.
And wasn't that Lean on Me?
No, I don't.
Or am I thinking about the wrong guy?
Yeah, you're thinking of
This is like that
I don't
stereotype
know
of
who
all
the
black
fuck
people.
And Donovan just alienated like the majority of our audience.
Word. You're fucking up the demographic, Donovan.
Damn it. Well, watch those views cut in like half.
There we go.
That's just the way I feel. I feel like 35, like I said, 30. You have to. You don't have to know what you're doing, but you have to have some roadmap. Like you need to have a roadmap. Like Liddell is the exception. He knows what he's doing. He has his company that he's building and stuff like that. So I wouldn't put him in that category. Other people, if you're not Liddell,
He was on Lean on Me.
then you're on the assembly line to 40, and after that is death.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Way to boost me up.
There's
bro.
like
Way to
another
boost-
40 years at least. Skipped over a bit.
Oh my lord.
I mean, I'll be 28 next year, and I feel like I'm 1 inch closer to death anyway. So, but
I've read that
You're
men
not,
really
man.
don't reach their prime until their 30s, mid 30s. Like it's all up.
it's really 40s.
Really?
is it
Yeah.
really?
They say
40s
that
is new 30 now.
your 20s are for learning, your 30s are for
Mhm.
earning, and your 40s and on up is basically for living.
Yeah.
So basically, you're not really towards like where you're supposed to be in life. I guess toward like the tail end of your 30s going into your 40s. Me, I always told myself that I want to make sure I'm set by the age of 35 years old.
Yeah,
That's just me.
me too.
but,
like I'm grinding.
Yeah. But goddamn, but once again, like Donovan, don't ever become a counselor because like
I wanted to become
like,
a therapist.
like it's
Oh,
crazy.
okay.
It's crazy because I look at our analytics on YouTube. By the way, shout out to everybody on YouTube. subscribe to the TUC Podcast Network. If you're a new viewer, please be sure to like this video, comment on this video, share this video, also subscribe to the channel. But I looked at YouTube analytics, and I know that, which is crazy, like about 69% of our audience are male. Which I guess kind of makes sense because, like, you know, most of our parents are always men. Like, the women, they come and go on the show. But just imagine, like, for those other, like, what, 20, I can't even do math right now. So, like, that's a 60% men, right? So, like, 40% of those women, actually, no, fuck that. It's 69% male and 31%. Thank you. I wasn't good at math. I was mostly like an English literature guy. So that was my shit. Bro, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that I could go to the store, and I hate to like show my. No, I'm not even gonna say that. Just because I want to fuck with any potential business deals. Yeah, I'm not gonna take advantage of me. I'll make sure I have an accountant present though. But I just lost my train of thought.
I will say this one thing about math. When I was learning how to do math early on, I believe I was in first grade. I was doing my homework at the kitchen table with one of my foster parents, and I was having trouble like grasping the fundamentals of math and stuff like that. So she stabs me with a pencil.
Oh,
and since then, my mind has completely shut off from math. I'm pretty sure all my math teachers in high school got together and was like, we just got to pass this kid. Like, I can't tell you the grade that I have. So from that day, math just goes out the window. I just blank on math, and that's my trauma. So, but Liddell, you were saying?
I mean, shit, it's like no wonder you love Eminem so much.
What? My math stories can't even fucking compare.
Or I don't really want to, like, I don't want to remember my point no more. Like, that's tragic. Like, we need to talk about that.
My worst math story. My worst math story was I remember it was a Filipino named Mrs. Lorica. I'll name drop her because I doubt she's alive. She was so old then, but
she sounds cute.
If she is, I mean, if she is, then people need to stop complaining about the healthcare system in this country. If that woman is still alive right now, but anyways, we
have a lot of trauma that we need to hear from on this panel.
I know. So I went to like a really Catholic school, right? And I had like just come back from the bathroom breaks, and I hated those classes so much. I would just literally just sit on the toilet. By then, I don't think smartphones were a thing, so I would just like hang out, fucking, I don't know.
Did you have a sidekick?
No, I didn't have a sidekick.
But you were just on the toilet, just hanging out.
Sitting on the toilet, just like dreading going back. And I remember one day I go back because she's a heavy Catholic and thinks it's like appropriate to bring topics up. I think by then she was also like teaching. No, never mind. I was gonna say by then like she taught all my classes, but really she probably just taught math. But in that case, I'm like back in, and she's like yelling at all the students for whatever goddamn reason, and I'm like, oh, this bullshit again. So I like plopped down on my desk, and like she's like, and you know what's something? And to this day, I feel like she meant me, even though it's not true. But she's like, I have a feeling some of you are even masturbating in those bathrooms, and like at my mind, I was pretty quick for a kid. That I was like, God damn it, Frankie, stop fucking around in there. And the entire class just dies laughing. And she's giving me this stern stare, like she said, I knew it was you. And I'm like, bitch, please, what would I whack off to? You? Please. Help me sing, Rika.
I don't understand people.
Wait, was this an all-boys school?
No. My elementary school was co-ed. And I'm gonna say now there was nothing to inspire a love of women in that school at that age. I mean, I've been heterosexual my entire life, but I feel like I didn't really care about women until people started like pressuring me. Hey, when are you gonna get a girlfriend? I'm like, oh, do I need one of those? Okay, sure.
So every girl from your school was hit?
I mean, yeah, but I think I dated one I did date one like after high school. By then she grew up and she was as dumb as a brick, and I'm not trying to be misogynistic. I'm just talking about her, for people who want to cancel me for just criticizing one particular
You
one.
can't get more misogynistic than I was on during Out of Bounds.
Oh, okay, never
Yeah.
mind. Go for it. Okay. But I'm just talking about this specific person. There are plenty of women that are smarter than me. Probably they work for TUC. But in any case, so I remember here's one instance of how dumb she is. So and slightly racist. Now I think about it. So I took her to meet my friends, and we were hanging out in the living room. And there was my friend Daniel, who's Filipino, and then there was my friend's girlfriend, who was like half Japanese, half Puerto Rican, or something like that. This idiot comes in the living room, looks at the both of them, like, "Oh my god, are you guys siblings? You look the same in the face." And I'm like, what the fuck? Just because they were Asian, I guess. And I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like, if the Stop Asian Hate movement happened then, I would have recorded her, exposed her, and just been like, "You belong to the streets. You belong to the streets. I want nothing to do with you."
No offense to all my Asian friends out there, but
well, they'll know.
If you gotta say no offense, think about what you're about to say, Liddell.
No, but I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. Actually, I don't think it's bad at all.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. All right, finish. I thought you were saying it's not. Go ahead.
Just do it.
Just do it. But can you guys tell a Chinese person apart from like a Japanese person, a Korean person, or a Filipino?
Yeah.
Just by looking at them?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Can you tell black people apart?
It's like you mean like an African American from someone who's actually like straight from Africa, or like
100%. I could tell.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are technically a mixed population because you guys have like features from all different countries and ethnicities. So
yeah, the perks of being part of the slave trade.
Oh, I actually want to talk about that.
The slave trade.
No.
Oh. I remember reviewing the topic. No, I'm doing great. I'm about a 9, but yeah, keep going.
Okay. So you're 9. Okay. But, all right, cool. You know what? Yeah, I want to get into this now while it's still on my mind because I might have a brain fog. But do you? In Kenya, I want to get your opinion on this. So, granted, like I understand, like you're Dominican and all that, but
yeah, I mean, my parents are.
Yeah.
I have like no connection to the country. I'm not. This is not me being like, oh, I'm ashamed of my background. No, I love it. Like
you just haven't it. Yeah.
I can trace my family tree back to like Spain and North Africa, but like, in all honesty, I've been there like once, and I have nothing to do with it.
Okay.
But yeah,
all right. So let's finish. You said you're a 9, right, Kenny?
I'm what? Yeah, I'm a 9.
All right, I'm a 9 as well. I'll go get to the whole story as far as like last week, but you know what? I feel like this topic is way more important. So that's basically gonna conclude the mental check-in. This is like your first time checking out the mental check-in. I apologize, but I just gotta get this out of my system.
Oh dear Lord.
Do you guys believe that black people deserve reparations for slavery?
Wait, but what does that have to do with being Dominican?
Nothing.
I was trying to find
nothing.
I mean, that's okay to say.
Nothing because Donovan mentioned the slave trade, but it's like, all right, like, based off of that, like,
we had slaves, yeah, sure.
Like, how you guys feel about reparations?
Personally, for me, I don't think it will make my life any different. I had money last year. I had over $2,000 and not $2,000, $20,000.
It's like 2,000.
Yeah, like I'm saying it like it's a big deal. I meant $20,000. And I was probably the saddest that I've ever been.
Oh yeah. I mean, like money doesn't really. It caused love.
Yeah, and that's when I first learned that money can't buy you happiness or whatever. But as far as reparations, personally, I don't want the money. I really don't care about it.
Like I see it from like an economic, like socially and philosophically. I'm like, yeah, you know what, you did these group of people dirty. Will it like solve the racial ties in this country? Probably not.
No.
But like economically, it doesn't seem feasible because like look at our infrastructure plan now, like billions of dollars. That's coming from printing money. That's coming from higher taxes. That's like more debt and more money out of our pockets of the entire population, not just white people.
Yeah,
So if
because
we were
somebody got
to,
to pay it.
yeah, if we were to announce reparations now, that's just going to increase the heavy burden we already have. You know what I mean? So, like, if a guy's like, "Damn, my taxes are shit this year," and he looks into where his taxes are going, like some is going to the military for wars he doesn't support, some is going into reparations for a crime that he believes that his people or his ancestors didn't even commit because maybe he's Asian, maybe he's Latino, or maybe he's a white guy who knows that his family came from like Armenia or some country that had nothing to do with like the slave trade. So it'll definitely worsen a lot of divides in some cases, and it
Oh
would
yeah.
definitely like really hurt the economy. Like, um, I mean, like it's crazy because I have a lot of problems with all the with not with Israel as a concept. Like, I'm not against Jewish people having a home of their own. Like, yeah, go for it. I just wish it was done in a better way, and like Palestinians didn't have to suffer. But like, I just don't understand why so much money of ours in America goes to Israel to help them establish a nation, but we can't help like a nation established by like American slaves. Like it wasn't, I forget which country it is, not Senegal, but like there's an actual Liberia, I think. It was like established by slaves and it's not doing well.
Right.
So if you want to give money to someone, why are you giving it to Israel? Give it to them. I mean, like we're not Germany. We didn't commit the Holocaust. Like
Right.
if anything, we fought the Nazis on behalf of them. Like we don't owe them money. They're like, what is this crap about them being like our greatest ally in the Middle East? How many 9/11s have they actually prevented? In fact, like we ignored their advice during when they're telling us about 9/11. So like what? And don't we deal with Saudi Arabia? I mean, with all the money we give Saudi Arabia, you think they'd be our best allies? So I just think that whole narrative is so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Wow. One thing I must say that I'm surprised that none of you guys touched on, probably with the reparations, is the fact that how can you prove that just that basically every black living family in America is like they basically have
That was
ancestors.
going to be my next question. How are you going to track down and see? Oh, well, your ancestors were slaves, so here you go. Like how are you supposed to keep track of it? Like
I mean, it's
Kitty
a fair
said,
assessment that like the majority of
it's just
black
going to get
Americans.
messed up.
Yeah, they're probably gonna do it by like census, and like if you check black on it, they'll send you some money. But like you're right, like how do I know it's not you're not just the kid of some Nigerian parents that like came
Right.
home 10 years ago? But it's feasible to say that like the majority of Africans, of people of African descent living in this country, have roots to the slave trade in some way. Like,
Yeah.
But also,
yeah,
but also, I personally believe that the true Aboriginals, like true Native Americans, were also black as well. Like,
you
it,
mean like you mean in like the Western Hemisphere or like in
yeah,
Australia?
yeah, like they originally, like they came, they was already here. Like not everybody just came all slave. Not all black people came from slave boats from Africa and then just migrated to America.
Maybe. I mean, like, of course, like the human race came out of Africa. You can
Yeah,
say
for sure.
that. And Columbus was definitely not the first. It wasn't even the first European to get to the Western
Yeah.
Hemisphere. That belongs to Leif Erikson. It's just you just have to think like which society had the naval capabilities of getting to America. Like the Polynesians, probably. I don't know if
Right.
you probably can't call them black. Probably the Melanesians you can call black, but not the Polynesians. And I think they have like similar like navigation technology. So, and there's like slight historical record of them getting to the Americas, but they usually got there and like traded with the Native Americans that were already there. And then you think, okay, like what African country had like strong navy? Probably not Egypt because they really hated leaving their own crib. They weren't
Right.
people like fucking like colonized other places. So you have to rule out Egypt. So all that's left is like Western African empires when there's no written record. So I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm just saying there's like no way to really prove it.
Right. And I feel like the fact that there's no way to really prove it, that kind of goes to the fact that like why reparations have not been given to blacks in America already, because it's just gonna open up Pandora's box. Because what basically are you taught in school? You're basically taught that all black people come from Africa, like they're all black people are descendants from slaves. But what they don't tell you is that one of the first slave owners in America was a black man named Anthony Johnson.
Hmm.
So like it's his family tied to reparations, his bloodline. He
Yeah,
owned slaves.
and like
So
historically, the people who sold slaves to like the West were Africans themselves that would like get the members of like rival tribes, capture them, and sell them into slavery. And like it still goes on, but to play devil's advocate, they probably didn't know how bad it was going to be because like slavery for them was like slavery in any of those Arab empires or like the Roman Empire, where like you were
It
slaves, but like
wasn't
you
to
could
an
raise up
extent
in
that it is.
society. Sorry, what was that?
I said it wasn't. They didn't see it as something blowing out of proportion to what we saw like in
With cows.
America.
Yeah, like they probably didn't think that was going to happen. So it's like, oh, it's no big deal. You're just gonna be a slave for a bit. You can be governor next week. Who cares?
Right.
But yeah. So it's sad that we like just blame white people for it when it was really just really really rich white people who did it, and like and like that doesn't mean every other race on earth can say that. Oh, well, I can wash my hands of it. I had nothing to do with it.
I must say, like, I would love to get someone like a Dr. Umar Johnson on this podcast, like a topic like this, because I would love to know like what his Pan African ass would say on this topic.
For me, especially, he'd probably call me the C word and whatnot.
He'll probably tell Donovan that he's not connected to his roots.
Yeah, and I'll be like, "Yo, bro, I'm like maybe North Africa DNA, not so much West. I'm sorry."
Yeah, I mean, I'm Nigerian. I'm like 35% Nigerian.
That's something to be proud of, dude. Like, what Nigerian society like is gorgeous, honestly.
Yeah, that and Ghana. I don't know how you pronounce it. Ghana. What's the
Ghana? You got it right.
Ghana.
Oh, Ghana. Yeah, that's 30 and 35%. West Sub-Saharan Africa.
Nigeria is projected to like in a couple years be where Germany is at now. Like everybody
really?
talks about how bad Africa is. Oh, they live in villages. No, that's not anymore, bro. It's getting much better.
Wow. Let's see. This is why I appreciate Kenny, because Kenny, he always bring the historical facts.
Yeah, gotta bring use my MBA for something, I guess.
Yeah, like one day, like there's 3 days that you can count. No, 4 days you can count from Kenny. You can count him for the jokes. Okay, he's always gonna be down the road somebody. 2, you can always count on him.
I was just about to say that. Call her out.
Shout out to Monica. Miss almost 12K on TikTok.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, but another you can count on for Kenny's for fitness. His fitness tips always on point. I see one muscle. I saw one.
Okay, so we got bicep, we got tricep, we got forearms.
So yeah. All right. Another also yoga tips. You can always count on that from him.
That's what happened to my fucking yoga degree. I'm so pissed. I can call him out. Yoga to the people. So this dude went around like touching the women apparently. Soon after I had left because I thought it was whack that they wanted me to do like slave labor for 50 hours before actually paying me. So I was like, fuck these guys. Let me go on.
Your word.
Yeah. And this guy named Greg apparently, and this is all over the news. Like yoga to the people everywhere from St. Mark's to wherever to like the West Coast is completely dead because this dude was found like out to be like grooming women, being sexually inappropriate with women. It's all gone. And it's ironic because he was a student of that Bikram guy who was called out for the same shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so fuck them. If you're seeing this, Greg, fuck you.
What's the last name?
I forget. Something stupid.
Just
be like Greg, yoga to the people. You'll find that out.
Another you can always count for Kenny is finance tips. So
yeah,
Kenny.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. But in regards to like I personally like I hope that we start looking to reparations more as a country, because then it's really gonna open up Pandora's box. Because then that's when the powers that be in this country will be like, all right, wait a minute, now we gotta tell all these motherfuckers the truth. That no, not all you came from slave boats in Africa. Some of you have always been here from the jump and shit like that. So that's what I'm hoping for, because I know it's just gonna open up Pandora's box. And it's gonna force people to actually learn the real history. You know?
Yeah, I feel you, man. Because like Kanye West did say it. Like I gotta give credit where credit's due. Like you only see, whenever you see like movies about black people, it's always like slavery, racialism, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But like I consider myself kind of a quasi nationalist in a lot of ways. It just depends on like I just haven't selected what nation or like what background to back really. But like I do hope like black nationalism becomes a thing like the days of Marcus Garvey again. And like
I fuck with you for the Marcus.
I love Marcus Garvey. I love Marcus because he didn't go the socialist route like a bunch of all those other guys for whatever reason. It's so weird. But like he had his flaws. He definitely had his flaws. But
that's somebody to make a biopic on.
Yeah, man, like I have his biography and it's like, yo, like you black people need something to be proud of that isn't what's currently being projected by like liberals and progressives. Like you guys definitely need the foundation of your own platform and movement, like everyone else should.
We had that with the Black Panthers in Chicago, and we also the government did there.
Yeah, because J. Edgar Hoover said, was it J. Edgar Hoover?
Yeah, it was the FBI director.
Yeah, basically said, "Oh, like we do not want like a black messiah because they thought that Fred Hampton was gonna be the black messiah, so to speak. So they we gotta get up out of here."
I mean, it's questionable if he was actually racist because he like hired some of the first black FBI agents. Like his biggest thing was that they were a Marxist organization.
They could be plants.
Yeah, too. But true. I mean, no, they were plants, like absolutely, and that's part of the reason. But like, I think it was more so like the Black Panthers' connections to like Marxism and communism, which was like a very big danger to the country, more so than people think. Because this guy was close to like Mao Zedong, a lot of the leadership in the Black Panthers. And like this guy is responsible for like mass starvations. Like he was not a good guy. Like he's killed more than Hitler because of his faulty policies. And the chance of anyone bringing that bullshit here, like I can understand why J. Edgar Hoover like fucking really went after them for that reason. I mean, I do believe like the FBI probably introduced crack and cocaine to the black community. And I'm like, that's where I'm like, you took it. I'm not fucking my camera like this. That's where they fucking took it too far. But like the idea of like McCarthyism, I generally support.
Yeah, 100%. But I feel like this is like a great segue to like our first main topic for this week's show.
Oh shit, we never get that.
We spent like 30 minutes, and that's what is that? And that's basically goddamn computer act right today. It's the holiday of Juneteenth and danger of monetization. Now we're already seeing it with Pride because right now we're in the middle. But still, and toward the tail end of Pride Month, happy Pride to those that celebrate it and all that. But we see how companies, big top corporations, love to like monetize everything. So like how with Skittles, they had like a whole campaign when they literally took the rainbow out of their Skittles and basically made like plain Skittles. Just like honor Pride. Chipotle, they did their little thing with and honor like the drag queen community and stuff like that.
Real quick, I'll be back.
Yeah. And then with
social media accounts, they're like waiting for June 1st to turn their profile picture the rainbow theme. It's crazy. And then as soon as the month is over, they switch it back.
Yeah, it's just like all bullshit to me because like okay, like you don't really care. You just want to act like you care just to make some money. Now, and I know even like where like to me. If you want to monetize Juneteenth, that's cool. That's your prerogative. But I just feel a certain way where you have like people outside like the black community doing it.
I wash my hands, I swear.
Wow. That was a quickie, for
real. The way I see it is, I see it as a symbol, like giving us like the tail end of a pizza or a cake or something like that, like, and just to say, what more do you guys want? We fed you.
It's like we'll give you a statue.
A lot of black people, a lot of black people celebrate Juneteenth. I didn't know about it until a couple of years ago. So it's known throughout the Black community as a holiday and stuff like that. It's been gaining more traction as the years go on. So for them to make it an official federal holiday, it's
And it's not a pay holiday off. It's
Like,
not a pay holiday off.
It's like, yo, so how about you spend legislation time on, like, I don't know, infrastructure
yeah.
Yeah,
like
so.
in developed communities?
And this is a problem I have with like I'll just use the left for an example. This is the problem that I have with people who are supposed to be fighting for the American people. They make all these promises and say, "Oh, we're going to get this change. We're going to get this change."
Talking about UA.
And since
Who was talking about Donovan? I mean, Kenny.
AOC.
yeah. Let's use her. And
That's not an excuse, Liddell.
we don't excuse that.
Womanizer.
And since President Biden has been in office and the left has gained control of the Senate and the House, there has been no significant change in policies. I haven't really seen them do anything for the American people.
We're not really gonna get that. It is what it is. All we're gonna get is like a whole bunch of sizzle with no steak. Oh, we're gonna get a George Floyd statue. Oh, we're gonna name Scree statue. We're gonna make Juneteenth a holiday. So basically, we're gonna celebrate the end of Black trauma, which still did not really was not necessarily the end, because all that happened was that slavery just reformed itself into like other ways, like with the whole
right. So it's always pointless when they try to attack the right and make it seem like they're better than they are. Like it's two sides of the same coin getting nothing done. Like
it's two wings on the same bird.
Conservatives try to conserve anymore. I mean, what are they really different in terms of legislation? I mean, they're pro-LGBT. They're kind of anti-trans, but like in 10 years, that's probably going to change. Especially, I mean, Caitlyn Jenner was running for fucking for office.
Mayor.
So,
Caitlyn Jenner is such an oxymoron.
I'm not gonna get into that, but but like they were backing her, and then they're like, "Oh, Christian values," and I'm like, "Was Trump really a Christian with his background?" I mean, come on.
I mean, he did basically rush all the processes out so that he could take a picture holding the Bible. So,
how cute, performative Christianity.
I know.
So I mean,
Christianity is like this liberal socialist hippie bullshit, but like it has basic tenets, it has an ethos. He does not meet the majority of them in his personal life. That's okay, but like don't act like you guys are the Christian party when you don't vote, you don't elect Christians. I mean, and the only one like it's a pro-choice argument that the Christianity really shows, but in other realms of life, not so much. I mean, if you're a capitalist, free market capitalist, for example, you probably are okay with banks charging interest on loans. I'm pretty sure that's a no in the Bible. I could be wrong. Definitely no in the Quran.
I read the last chapter of the Bible.
Revelations.
You only read Revelations, so all you came up with how the world was gonna end, basically.
Yeah, like I told you, like a couple of podcasts ago, I'm a guy who likes to know what's going to happen at the end. Like I don't play a game. Like I don't play a game if I know.
You're probably one of those that go on YouTube to see the whole playthrough of a video game before you play it.
Yeah, like I don't want to, play 2K if I don't want to play Madden right now if I know another Madden is coming out in 48 days. Because I like to know, I like longevity. So I need to know what's going to happen in Revelations. I need to know how it's all going to go down. And it's like, yeah, I don't like leaving things like unanswered and stuff like that. I need to know what's going to happen.
Sorry to segue, but like, just because I want to get my facts straight, in 325, 1311, 1515, the Roman Catholic Church, which at that time was the only Christian church, decreed that usury or the charging of interest is a sin and a heresy. If you are a Christian and you're okay with interest charges, you're a heretic. Just saying.
As Kanye would say, it's not very Christ-like.
I thought
It's not.
this prison number for a second. I was like, oh, he's either calling out Social Security or somebody's prison identification.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I just feel like this is an empty gesture. It's for something when President Biden leaves office, he could be like, what did he do for the American people? Oh, he gave us Juneteenth.
A holiday that Black people were already celebrating. Just that
Exactly. That's what Black people are already celebrating it. Yes, it gives it a more wide, a broader audience, but at the end of the day, growing up, Black people were going to hear it regardless because it's just been passed down. Everybody has that aunt or uncle who like is really into the Afro culture and knows about Juneteenth because that's where I heard it from. So it's empty gesture and it's bullshit. And people are like on like Instagram and stuff like this. Like, yeah, you can be like cool and yay, we got this pass and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's bullshit. Like, keep your eyes on the prize. Like, there's voting laws like being reversed and shit like that. Yeah, it's bullshit.
It depends on change in politics, really. Like I'm the kind of guy who's like, okay, you know, no one's really going to represent my beliefs, so let me just do me and live somewhere where I'm not charged too many taxes, and I'm not really affected by like federal policy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but if you say that, then people look at you like you're not doing your part. Because I understand what you're saying, Gabe. That's the way I am. Like I just care less about these fucking presidents or whatever. And it's like, oh, like, but how are you letting this go and this is happening and stuff like that? Yeah. So I understand what you're.
It's always the people who don't even vote in local elections that fucking like criticize you for those reasons. Yeah. I have voted in every single election there is since I became of age, local, state, whatever. I participate, and that's the most activism I'll ever do. You'll never see me on the fucking street for almost anything. But then those same people who, you know, march and do like Instagram BLM probably have never voted.
You know what's crazy? And I wish we had the podcast last summer, but I said, all right, like, you know how all the protests was going on during like the pandemic and all that. Yeah. And I bet he said as soon as they open up outside, nobody's gonna give a fuck about none of this no more. Mm-hmm. Everybody gonna go back to posting them taking shots, eating their food and all that. Nobody's gonna be posting like all these screenshots, like all these inspirational quotes from like all these revolutionary people. Everybody gonna go back to the same lifestyle. So Kenny, I definitely agree with you with the fact that it's all empty. Like these people, they don't vote or none of that. It's just like it's all just to look good on Instagram because like it's part of the trend.
I don't think America is capable of producing tried and true idealists anymore. Like we're too far commercialized in consumerist culture, basically, where everything is like an advertisement of ourselves, essentially. Like that's all Instagram is, if you think about it. I'm advertising myself the same way companies advertise a product, because like I'm just doing things that will make other people approve me, not doing things because I think they're virtuous and right. Right. So I don't think America's capable of doing that. Like I'm only really ever impressed with the political movements that come out of like Europe and Africa and the Middle East, because those are, whoa, like they're coming from the heart. But like from America, it's like Tony Lauren, AOC, you're just a fucking.
Yeah, I remember when AOC was coming up in the politics and elections and stuff like that. And people like actually resonated with her, like being our age group, being a bartender, and then going.
She's charismatic. She's very charismatic.
Yeah, and she had that style, and people thought things were going to get done, and she was like on the news like for like 3 months straight with her Green Deal and stuff, and then it just fanned out, and it's
I know. I know a lot of people like her. Like I have a couple people in mind who are her age and they're like socialism, leftist policies, everything. I'm like, baby girl, if you have these same ideals that someone like, I don't know, Bill Gates has, you are not part of the counterculture. If you're all your ideals fucking align with Hollywood of all places, you are not the counterculture. I mean, come on, please. Just you're fooling yourself.
I simply equate it to this. Like it's just the same characters every time, just different actors.
Yeah.
Same characters, different actors. That's all it is. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not really a political podcast. It's just that it's just so happened that our conversations always lean that way.
Let's do it.
You know, like we just let it flow here. But speaking on it's like terms of Instagram and all that, like who's like some of like your favorite follows on Instagram?
Like the people I follow or people who follow me?
People that you like to follow.
I don't know. I don't have idols, honestly. I like my girlfriend. I love following her. Haha. But
oh yeah, you gotta get that in.
She ain't gonna like that one.
She's gonna be so pissed at me. Oh my god, I love following her.
If she make it this far to the podcast, she really loves you.
Yeah, she's the best. I have very few complaints about that woman. I like following true urban culture.
Shout out to the plug.
Yeah, you can follow us with all our link and information down below in the description.
I used to follow a lot of yoga fucking channels, but then they turned out to just be soft pornography. I really like.
I mean, that's all yoga really is. It's like just.
It shouldn't be. It's a spiritual practice from India, but now it's just white girls and like thongs.
Because like, whoa, like when I see the, yeah, fuck. I mean, like, when you see all these women like doing these crazy poses, like, wow, you could do that. Like, I could just imagine, what else you could do.
We're not here to sexualize yoga.
Maybe you're not.
I'll see like meme pages. That's it. Like I got my boy Poppy Atlas. He just fucking the funniest memes.
The people I like to follow, and I'm probably gonna get canceled for this.
I mean, you should get canceled for saying that Rihanna is not all of that.
Well, we'll get into that.
Before the podcast, he is not attracted to Rihanna whatsoever.
No,
See,
I'm not. And Beyonce
I only bought this up just to get us here. I only brought up Instagram just to get us here. See, that's a G.
But I follow Shia LaBeouf. I follow his collaborative performance art project.
Is that just going to jail again? That's collaborative.
No, he works with this other artist. It's Turner and Saban and LaBeouf. That's what they're called. They're the ones that came up with them. He will not divide us and stuff like that. And they had this really profound film where it's called Take Me Anywhere. And they have an interactive map a couple of years ago where people could pick them up based on their GPS location and take them anywhere. Why they have so much trust in America, I will never know, but it worked out fine. So people would pick them up on the side of the road and just drive them anywhere, and they would get their life stories and stuff like that. So, but aside from the jail and the sexual assault on FWK Twigs.
Oh my God, FKA Twigs.
That's funny because she was in a relationship with Shia, and didn't she get domestically abused?
Yeah, I think they were playing up that relationship for their movie. She starred in Honey Boy, co-starred in Honey Boy. Yeah, it was a movie about Shia LaBeouf's life, his period during Disney Channel when he was Even Stevens and he was at the height of his career and stuff like that. So he wrote a movie about going to rehab and stuff like that. It's a really good film. But aside from that, he's an artist, and He speaks to what I
See, this is Donovan.
like.
You know what? Besides all that, fuck all that. He's an artist. I love his art. I
Yeah,
don't care nothing about his history.
yeah. Like I will say, I will always put art above the artist. I don't care who it is.
I
Like,
agree. I'm like that
yeah,
with R. Kelly.
Yeah, Picasso is an asshole, but his art's great.
That's why I said, like,
yeah. I mean,
I don't approve of none of that.
Hitler was an asshole, but I heard he made great art, and I would love to see it.
I saw his watercolors. They weren't. I mean, I don't know anything about art, but they seem like I. If you sold me those watercolors and I didn't know it was Hitler, I'd be like, yeah, it's $5, man, no problem. But
$5.
but like or Marx, it's like $5 now during like the inflation period of Germany. Oh my god, I could have bought a person with that. But yeah, that's fair to say. That's fair to say. I mean, I'm not gonna like art, not like art because Hitler was an artist any more than people stop eating meat regardless of the fact that Hitler was a vegetarian.
Wait, where were you?
Oh,
no.
They don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I know. Like, you should stop eating meat. No, I don't want to be like Hitler. Hey, bam.
But yeah, another person is James Franco. I guess you can see the pattern here.
Sketchy relations with women, but arts.
Yeah, he was a professor, poet. I actually have all his books.
No, he's I'm getting this from an NYU professor when I was there. Apparently, he did not do a lot of his own work. There was something that he had, and
Why does that not surprise me? I'm not saying this is true.
I'm just saying this is what the professor that worked at NYU said about him, that he did not do a lot of his own work during his time period there.
So
he made other people do it.
So basically, he's another DJ Khaled.
I guess. I mean, I can't say this is true because I don't know.
His books are good. Palo Alto was pretty good. The movie was good. It was scored by one of my favorite artists, Blood Orange, or Dev Hayes, as people call him. Yeah, like his books are really good, and I learned a lot about poetry from him. Even though that's not really a certifiable poet to learn poetry from.
Yeah, but Bukowski.
Yeah, I don't know. They speak to me. Their art speaks to me. So
it was just too LA for me. Like, let's go to the high school in Los Angeles where everyone's so profound.
It does feel like woe is me. Like,
have you met people from Cali? They have like 2 brain cells.
No, I met some cool people in Cali. They seem kind of smart.
No, I'm saying you can be cool and be an idiot. Those two.
Yeah.
I wasn't in Cali that long, but I haven't come across many idiots in California. Maybe I'm one of the lucky ones.
Maybe you didn't hang out enough actors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just about everybody in LA is an actor.
Yeah, there you
go. Everybody in LA is aspiring to be something.
If you're an actor, you're probably an actor.
But the main reason why I brought the whole Instagram thing is because, Donovan, you kind of said something off air that kind of took me by surprise.
Oh, dear. Which one? There was so much.
Yeah, you're going to have to remind me because I'm literally fucking sweating in the middle of Philadelphia.
Oh, fucking hot. It's hot as hell in New York, and I have like 2 bottles of water.
I got 1 gallon.
But I say a lot of controversial stuff.
Yeah, you have a lot of crazy takes.
Stuff.
I know I said shitty takes beforehand, but some of your sports takes be on point. Some of your sports takes be on point, but you have some takes that makes me just go like,
damn.
Huh?
Well, my under the radar column says otherwise.
Oh no, I know. I agree on that.
You're talking about celebrities. Okay.
Yeah, right, I'm talking about in regards to like celebrity culture. Like I give you flowers on that, bro. Like,
wait, we're talking about the Rihanna thing. Which one is that?
Yeah, basically like Rihanna. Like he's basically said that she's not.
Oh, that I don't think she's all that.
Yeah, that's just.
Yeah, I'll say it again. I don't think she's all that.
Like what? Like in terms of physical attraction or?
Yeah, physical attraction. She's killing it in the makeup game.
Yeah, I guess.
So, what do you define as beauty? Like, what's
like the standard?
Huh?
The standard of beauty to me?
Yeah, for you.
Oh, yeah, you ain't
Now,
gonna like this take.
now I'm not saying that Rihanna is the epitome of beauty, but like she's like.
I just know. I just hope Kenny knows the person that I'm about to say.
What?
But I know you're not gonna know who it is, Liddell.
I got my phone ready.
Wow, you have a person that meets like all your ideals of beauty. Go for it, man.
I never know who he's gonna be talking about.
When I beauty, Kiersey Clemens.
Kiersey, how do you spell that?
Keirsey Clemons.
Oh, okay.
You can easily look up Heart Beats Loud. She played with Nick Offerman, or she's Iris in The Flash.
What's her name again?
Oh, okay. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna put all of these women up on the screen for everybody, for all of our viewers to see. So.
With their IGs too.
Name again?
Kiersey Clemens. Kiersey Clemons.
Kiersey Clemens. Okay.
Yeah, the easiest way you can figure it out is just type in Heartbeats Loud, and she'll be the girl on the poster.
Yeah, she's got like short hair. She's cute. Yeah.
And she's black too.
Yes. Actually, what I'm about to say is the God honest truth. She wasn't my first choice. I picked her because she was black, and I knew you thought I was going to pick the right person.
I definitely did.
Donnie, choose what your heart.
I just had to come clean.
So who did you really have in mind? Jesus Christ!
It's okay.
Pulled this girl up, got her hopes up.
But no, she's definitely like she's beauty.
She's cute, yeah.
Michelle
so who was
Williams.
your first choice?
Michelle Williams.
Michelle Williams.
She's.
Have you ever seen Dawson's Creek?
Who?
Dawson's Creek. She plays Jen.
Oh, okay. Wait, I know Michelle Williams. Oh, her.
Yeah.
Huh. You really
not now, but like a couple of years ago when she was playing Marilyn Monroe, she was beautiful.
Okay.
If we were doing the Tuck Talk scale, she would be like a.
Oh, is this official?
Yeah, are we implementing the new scale?
Okay, put it in the bottom 1 to 10.
No, but type in my week with Marilyn, Michelle Williams, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh man, I don't think it gets any better.
It does. I'm telling you.
She's an attractive girl. Like I don't think she meets my percent. Yeah, she makes a good Marilyn.
She's okay. I'm sorry for all of our listeners on Podbean, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. You guys probably are not seeing these visuals, but
they can Google it.
Yeah, you guys.
If you're a '90s kid, you know who Michelle Williams is. She played Jen on Dawson's Creek.
I did not watch
the '90s show.
I don't watch
it. It's cool. Not a lot of black people watch the show.
It's I can tell you that. I forget where I read this or heard this, but like
one thing.
Go.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Kevin. One thing I love about Donovan is that he pushes the envelope in terms of like what it means to be a black man. Like
I tell people all the time, and they're like, "But you don't act. You're from Philadelphia, but you don't act. Yeah, you don't act like one of those Philly guys." And I'm like, and I always have to tell them, "Yeah, I'm not your typical Black American." And I know it sounds.
You remind me a lot of Donald Glover.
And I get that a lot.
All I know about Philadelphia is like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so you're like a Charlie. But I was gonna say, I don't remember where I read it or heard it, but like they say that American beauty standards or beauty standards that you can reach, like it's like beauty you have to work for, like lots of makeup, working out, lots of shit in your hair. Like it's beauty that you have to achieve somehow. While in the rest of the world, it's just natural. You're a natural beauty. You are, you aren't. Like fuck the makeup and whatnot. And I think that's pretty profound. And it makes sense because, like, for me, I really and I'm dating a Mediterranean woman now, but like I do like women with Mediterranean features, and that's very varied. You know what I mean? But like, would it be like North Africa or on the Greek or Albanian peninsula? Like, I just find them gorgeous.
So Donovan, every
Yeah.
woman that
Like
you name,
Rihanna.
every woman that you name, you'll take them over Rihanna.
Yeah. Click on one of her photos.
Oh, okay, that's gonna be hard.
I'm gonna choose this one.
Yeah. Now I don't know what it is, but her, and I'm not trying about to like break her down. I'm just saying what I don't like about her features, like what makes her not attractive to me. I just don't like her forehead space. Her eyes. It's something about the eyes.
That's what I love the most.
Her nose structure. It just
All right, that's it.
Uh,
Don't say nothing.
yeah,
Don't say nothing else. Don't say nothing
you're gonna
else.
be canceled by Black Twitter.
right. Exactly. That's all. Like
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
say too much.
This was a bad idea. This was a bad idea.
You wanted to bring Umar Johnson on here? Are you kidding?
Right. Exactly. It's like who the fuck are these guys?
Way.
Good thing I did not bring up what's her name, Leslie Jones, that comedian lady from Saturday Night Live, and she was in the Ghostbusters movie.
Oh, her, yeah.
Yeah, the black girl, right?
They were like really mean.
Yeah, because you're talking about nose structure and all that. Like,
Come on.
can you break that down?
We ain't gonna
These
go
women.
there. We are not going to go there. All women are beautiful in their own right.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So much for our female demographic going on.
I do like unconventionally beautiful women. You know what I mean? Like the unconventional kind.
Yeah.
Those are
For sure. But all right, fellas, this is about we reached a point in time. It's about time for us to wrap it up, plug ourselves on the way out. So let everybody know where they can find you guys on social media.
Got the Nora Magic, where we appreciate all women's noses.
He asked me what I did like about Rihanna, and I just said it.
Big, littles, in between. I don't know how they vary. Broad, I guess. If you can smell with it, great. I don't think people get nose jobs for just aesthetic reasons. Like if you have a deviated septum, yeah, go for it. But any other reason, nah, you whack.
Right. You can find my social media down below. Taking a break from it as I'm currently writing my second book. Ooh. So that will be out soon. Or
do we have a name for it? Do we have a name for it?
It's a working title, but the working title that I'm using right now is Adam, Eve, and Me. It's going to dive. Yeah, it's going to dive into my sexuality and my experiences with
kinky
being on Tinder. There was a period in a year where I was on Tinder and just having sex with like multiple guys. So it's going to dive into that and just like a lot of like stuff.
Wow, this is interesting. Like I don't know why I want to wrap up the show right now because
let's talk. This is gonna be like 20 minutes. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the stories. Yeah, I mean, I was
a whole year.
Grinder. Yeah, Grinder for a whole year. It was just fucking dudes left and right. I don't. I honestly I didn't know why I was doing it, or I don't know. And then they'll talk about my time where I drunkenly had sex with a prostitute in an alleyway. And then the very next night, I meet her again and we talk, and we're talking to each other as she's servicing somebody else.
What?
Yeah, it's also going to talk about.
Wait, no, hold on. So she's basically giving fellatio to somebody else while you're talking to her.
Well, I'm like, because I was intrigued about what she was doing.
Out of that?
This is a clip, right?
She just wanted to talk.
Did you charge her?
No, I didn't. I said it in the group chat. No, I didn't feel
So
right
you just
charging her.
so
My
you just
therapy isn't free.
wait. So you just tossed her. Wait, hold on. No. So you just tossed her while she was sucking on another man.
No, it was a girl. She was
Girl and the
bisexual.
girl? Oh, oh, oh. Oh.
I got
You
you.
know, women went to female. I guess, yeah, no, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Another story is
Yes,
where
please
I
keep
went
it
to a
keep it
strip club by myself and
Oh, I've
I
done it.
talked to a stripper there. So and then the first time I had
I'm so, I'm sorry, ladies. This is not the end of the show. We gotta keep this going.
Yeah.
and this will be the last one because
the
I'm
story,
giving
I'll tell
away
you
too
mine.
much of the book. The last one was my first orgy with 40-year-old males. So and that's in the book. Yeah, my first experience had an orgy. So that's all in the book. There's a lot of other stories.
Uh,
These are stories that I've never told anybody. So it's broadcast out there. It's a life that not a lot of people know about me, and a lot of people are going to be shocked if they listen to this podcast. So
I can verify that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I am shocked.
we're like, who the fuck is Donnie right now?
He
I'm
delivers.
I'm not judging. I'm just fascinated because this shit sounds straight out of like a
Yeah,
fucking movie.
most of the experiences were just fascinating.
This
It
sounds
was
like
just
Bella Thorne wrote it. Like Bella Thorne and like whoever
no.
wrote the one show.
There was a period in my life where I was feeling lost and I was doing self discovery and reading Sex at Dawn, which was talking about history of human sexuality and marriage and stuff like that. How it's a concept, social construct. And I got to the point where I was in a sort of Leonardo da Vinci phase where I was finding everything interesting. So I would just go out, talk to these people, learn more about like what sex is, what it means, what's love, what's that mean, and it was just like a period of sexual discovery and stuff like that. And I finally get to talk about. I talked about it a little bit in my first book, some poetry. It was like not so subtle hints, but this book it's just going to be like all out, just Adam, Eve, and me.
So in this particular book here, is it an autobiography? Is like just like is all these stories basically told through poetry?
It's more of a collection of journals. I do keep a $50 leather bound journal by my nightstand, so I'll be putting some of that in there, some drawings, some
Donovan,
sketches or
Yeah,
Donovan,
doodles or whatever.
man
Donovan,
paid
Donovan.
$50 for a
You,
journal
you,
when
you need
no
one of
pads are free.
you
What?
need one of these, bro.
Oh,
What?
I'm like fucking glowing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were calling him out on the $50 journal when you could get like a Marvel notebook or something.
No, but it was leather and it
That's
looked like something Leonardo da
Are you a
Vinci would have
civil?
rolled out of.
Are you a
So
Civil War soldier? Are you riding on? You're like that dude, Dancing with Wolves.
yeah,
my
yeah.
god.
I read that book
movie.
and that was part of my period of discovery and stuff like that. So yeah,
Oh, right.
it's just a bunch of journals, poems, writings, pictures. Um, it's some is
Wait,
nude,
wait. So
some is not.
you have pictures from these experiences as well.
Yeah, I have pictures of the people that I like took nude photos of, boy and girl, and then I have pictures of the people that I like took when I was like experiencing that experience, stuff like that. So
Yep.
it's a collection of just a whole bunch of shit.
Oh my god. So all right. So we're still working on the second book. Where can everybody find the first book?
You can find it on Amazon. I'm actually going to get on Instagram and I'll send you the link and stuff like that. I'm going to
Yeah.
break my cycle.
What's the first book about?
So the first book is about the first half is my experiences with a girl. The second half is my experience with a boy named Peter in I don't want to say penthouse in New York, but it's like a a more upscale condo in New York where I spent the
Okay.
summer and stuff like that.
So your thing is like sex journals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to pigeonhole you, right, about what you want, but like I'm
No,
seeing
no,
that.
no, no. It's like a
Like
lot
write
of
a
it
horror,
does.
I want to write horror stories. Feel free to do the same.
Yeah, like my poetry do deal with like a lot of romance, religion, uh, and sex. I remember one poem that I wrote about where I was having a conversation with God at a bar and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of questioning my religion. It's a lot of questioning everything. That's what it is.
What is your religion?
I guess you would consider atheist. I don't believe in anything. I
But you
do,
spoke to
do
God.
believe in art.
But you spoke to
Huh?
God, though. But
I
you
mean,
spoke
just
to
because I
God.
spoke to him doesn't mean he was there. We all know God doesn't listen.
But
So he didn't
Yeah,
talk back,
no,
or
he didn't
she.
really talk back. Yeah, it was just sharing a drink.
Was
don't
you on?
So
misgender God, okay?
yeah, I mean, he was drinking whiskey with one ice cube. I thought that was a little strange, but
So
if he's
specific.
God, I
One
mean, are
IQ.
you going to question it? Yeah.
Then that's a manly man right there. I personally, I hope it doesn't like question my masculinity, but I solely drink red wine because I'm going through like an ancient Greek phase, and I feel like red wine is the man drink, and we need to reclaim
And
it.
that's why I got the journal that you criticized me so much for. All right? I
The
was going through a
$50 for a
Leonardo da
journal?
Vinci. Yeah, it was leather bound. Are you not going to get?
Let's didn't have fucking leather. They're all tablets.
I
Oh
wish
my
I had
god!
it with me right now. It's leather. It's like and the paper is it's like that old paper.
Get you a chisel and a rock.
Go to Dollar Tree.
If I could find one, I would. Okay, and then I would carry it around with me.
Or like
I just got the journal for the aesthetic. I'm like one of those Urban Outfitter girls. All right, I got it because it looks nice.
Just come back. I love your graphic tees.
Are you coming out as non-binary, Donovan?
It's not
Are you sure you want to do it here? If you are, I mean, go for it. It's up to you. But like, do we want?
No, I'm not non-binary. This is what I always say. I like to have sex with humans, and I'll just leave it at that.
That are over the age of 18.
Over the age of 18, I just like to have sex with humans. That's it.
Okay.
No, you're not canceling us.
Yeah.
No, definitely not. Not before the release of my book.
After.
Yeah. Well, you guys are. First of all, like, because hopefully you didn't give away so much. But for those of you made it this far, then you must. Hopefully, you're interested in checking out this book because these stories are just fascinating.
You lost sounds, but I can imagine what he said is that follow Donnie on Instagram for
Right.
Yeah, because these stories are fascinating, man. But wow, thank you for sharing, Donovan. I love how open you are about. Pause. I know that sounds crazy, but I love how open you are about your sexuality, your experience, and you live your truth. Like you live your truth.
Yeah. It's first I want to give a shout out to Ashley with Global Village. After having one talk with her, sit down and discussing feelings and stuff like that, she introduced me to this new age of discovery. So I do want to give a shout out to her because without her, I wouldn't be the man that I am today.
Hi, Ashley, with no last name.
Yeah.
We never exchanged
Good.
last
Hi,
names.
Ashley Dove.
Oh,
We're just gonna call her Ashley Dove.
Yeah.
This got me an idea. Maybe we should have like mini series podcasts where we like talk about politics, but talk about sex, and like we bring little experts here. And
Yeah, like limited edition Sheena.
yeah, we don't have to different positions. We don't have to fucking make it like a long form series like this one, like a mini series, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what's the experiment here? Like what's like this?
Yeah, I can say
Yeah,
that.
like
This
I've
story
only
goes.
started doing podcasting like maybe 2 months ago, so Like I got some books coming in, and like we're all still learning here. But I gotta say, it's been fucking fun. Without Liddell pushing me, I thank him all the time. I
Oh my
appreciate
God,
you,
yes.
Liddell, and
Thank you.
everything that you're doing for True Open Culture is awesome. Without
Yeah.
you, I wouldn't be like here on this platform. So
I'm
thank
gonna say this: like, I like being a podcaster more than I ever did like being a journalist. To be honest,
you. Yeah,
I
really.
think this is my thing, really.
Yeah,
Like, if I
I
could
think it
just,
is your thing too.
if I could just do podcasts, I'd just do that.
And this is why I wanted to create this platform, because I know like sometimes people get writer's block, and especially like you're
Yeah.
not the type of person that covers like the entertainment industry. Like there's only like so much that you could actually like write about. But I
Right.
figured it would be great to like give like this platform, make a platform for like our journalists, contributors, whatever the case may be, to like openly express themselves and like kind of like give the readers, those that subscribe to the True Culture, shout out to www.tuckmag.net. Check out articles there. But like kind of give insights to like who you guys are, the type of people that you are, your personalities, your interests. So I feel like with stories such as what Dama, like you just said, Kenny, like we already know, like you're into like dead bodies and stuff like that. You start your new job tomorrow,
Tomorrow,
so
it'll be fun. Let's do it.
congratulations.
I'm
So
not into dead bodies. I'm not a necrophiliac. I just have respect for the mortuary process and mortuary sciences. I will not do anything with any dead bodies anytime, except paint them, I guess.
yeah. But like you guys are just like all so fascinating, so fascinating. Everybody have like their own distinct personalities. Like either Monica, like I know she only been on like one Tuck Talk so far, but
Yeah,
her
get it
interest,
on here.
like her
I
like
think Kenny scares her. I
I
think
love
she's
this.
scared to debate you.
But like her, like what she, like everything that she's doing on TikTok, Kenny,
Come
everything that
on, come on. Those TikToks are like 5 minutes and then like 20 more minutes. And then
Don't bash our
but that's her
coworker.
brand.
I'm
That's
not
her
bashing her.
brand.
I'm just saying she has time.
I know, but that's her brand. That's her passion. That's her main focus. Like
She's good at it. She is good at it. I have laughed. I rarely laugh at TikTok. She has made me laugh. She's great at it. I'm like, come on, it's like half an hour out of her day.
She's really good. And Kenny, like here you are, like, you always with the jokes, with like the history lessons. Like you provide value, and Donovan, you provide value as well. Although I don't always agree with a lot of your takes, especially when it comes down to sports and music. But one thing I will say that you're like, I love the confidence that you've been displaying lately. 'Cause I know when I first met you, spoke to you, that's something that I felt like we had to work on. So
Yeah,
now
bro.
you see like how you develop over time, and how you're just like so openly to like showcase your stories. Yeah, most likely that must mean that you trust us, which I appreciate that.
Yeah,
But like,
I appreciate how un-two-dimensional Donnie is. Like, I can't even say three-dimensional because he's hitting up. He's almost at fourth dimensional right now. Like, he's not just like stereotypical atheist, stereotypical queer person, stereotypical black dude, no stereotypes. It's just like such a profound personality and so refreshing because like I walk outside and just see like NPCs everywhere.
yeah, like he's NPCs. I got like that's a great type of auto reference. Like those little characters that just be in the video games.
Yeah, yeah,
Right,
basically non-playable characters.
Yeah,
They're
but
just
like,
out of there. Ooh, hey mom.
hi Kenny's mom. We
Hello.
got a cameo appearance. Well, speaking of cameo appearance, we're thinking about opening up to you, our viewers, our subscribers, as well as those of you that follow us on IG at Trooper Culture. There might be some opportunity for you guys to like be a part of our panel. It's our way to like open it up to the community because everybody's like everybody's in how can I say this? Everybody's interpretation of Trooper Culture is different. So we'd love to get as much different perspective as possible because who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe there's another Donovan Wilkins out there, So
I doubt it.
yeah,
Right.
Donovan is one of a kind, but yeah, like I definitely love the fact that he lives his
I
truth.
categorize people into archetypes, and I really can't do that with Donnie here. I cannot.
He like it's just so fascinating. Like I'm looking at my JoJo, not so much as far as like the story itself as like me being judged. Like, I can't now believe it, but like, wow, like
Yeah, there's impressive, and then there's interesting, and I feel like he's interesting, and most people are just kind of impressive.
yeah,
Right.
I don't mean to talk to you like you're not on the podcast, Donnie.
Yeah, right. Like I'm not right here.
He's right there.
I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, I try to imitate Da Vinci, and he's always been curious and interested about how things work, from hummingbirds to clouds, and that's the way I am. I just want to learn. Like I just want to learn.
That's healthy.
Very healthy. And that shows that you have a lot of light in your lives. And I said a lot in your lives. Good Lord. It's time to end this shit. You have a lot of light. You have a lot of light in your eyes because like you have this curiosity. You have the curiosity of a child. Now I'm not calling you a child, but I'm just saying like you have that curiosity, like how children have like this. They want to learn so much. That's kind of like how you are, you know. So
Same here, dude. Same here. Like I feel like it's a school systems part particularly where they like interesting, profound. I want to know things. I want to know philosophy, and then you just get beaten down all these years until like I don't care anymore.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
But wow. This episode was supposed to be like 45 minutes, like an hour, but after Donovan gave this story, he basically helped us stretch this out a little bit.
Bro, Joe Rogan does like 3 hours because who cares?
Right, and people listen to him, so
I love them.
Yeah, but we're not Joe Rogan just yet. But I feel like we definitely have the potential to
true
surpass
woman culture is better.
Thank you.
I don't know about
Damn
that.
right. We'll get there.
He doesn't have faith.
Kenny like, I don't know about
We
that.
have
We won't do
filters here. We have filters. That's the thing.
that. Oh my god, but let's enjoy it now because you never know. Once the sponsorships start coming in, we might start getting censored. So we gotta get out of our system now. But even though, like, fuck it, like sponsors they just got to deal with it. They want to work with us. They got to deal with our personality.
I sure as hell will not change for anybody.
Yeah.
I don't care how many times Rihanna decides to call me up. It can happen.
Anyway, we gotta leave that up because I had to protect you after you mentioned her nose. I had to protect you after that.
Yeah, we have to stop that.
Yeah, but as for me, you guys can find me on IG at Delta Fashionista. You can also reach me at the True Culture IG page. I'm the moderator on that page. So if you have any inquiries for like business in terms of like artist packaging, video shoots, event coverages, just holler at me, and we'll get our team out there to you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. It's hot as hell. I need to go drink some water. Donovan needs to wipe his face.
Yeah, right. Oh,
I'm gonna watch this movie.
Kenny needs to watch Zobra. So I hope you guys, if you made this far, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we catch you guys same time, same place next Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you next week.
Toodles. Donnie, stay after.
Yeah.